Ladies and gentlemen, we are anticipating big trouble in Little Florida. And through the magic of the internet and weird time and space, we have Tropical Storm Ian Livingston showing us the 18ZWHRF. Ian getting down to almost Category 5 strength. This was the 18Z run. Yeah, some models are predicting it to be a major, massive Category 4 hurricane. But then right upon landfall, it's supposed to get hit with a ton of wind shear, dropping it down to a potential Category 1 hurricane. So you better say your prayers, that's what's going to happen. As of right now, Ian is still a tropical storm and looks like quite a bit of a mess, but man, he's big. He's definitely big, dude. Hurricane winds get a lot of the attention, but rain is the number one killer in events like this. And so we've been tracking the QPF, qualitative precipitation forecast, and yellow is up to 15 inches. And so you're looking at a entire swath of anywhere from 5 to 15 or 20, 30 inches of rain for parts of Florida, almost all of Florida, and then up the coast. So hurricane season is about to get legit nasty and dangerous. Models are still spread between the Panhandle and Tampa Bay. And so if you are in Florida, now is the time to make your preparations. And if you can afford it, just call your boss and say, hey, I'm taking like 5 days off, and we are going to travel to Illinois, ? Wherever you want to go. Here, we're looking at the topographic population map, seeing where most people are. Oh, hold on, let me talk about myself for a second. So I moved from this heavily populated area to this heavily populated area because I'm a third country, a third city, and a third mountain. Anyway, so the closer it gets to here, the more people will definitely be affected. And, you know, it'll be somewhere in here, they think. Remember, the right of the hurricane is most damaging with the storm surge, the rain, and then wind. A lot of the models had started to trend west for a while, but now it seems like they're trending back to the east. The trend of the models for day is slightly more concerning for southwest Florida. With Category 3 or 4 to our west, storm surge is likely. Yeah, and the Euro pretty much keeps kind of taking it to Tampa Bay. You're already starting to see some supply chain issues in Orlando. They're running out of water as people are starting to stock up. And remember, when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, people go crazy, and I kind of lose my mind. And we have been seeing a lot of filament pop-offs in the last few days. So you had extratropical hurricane thingy Fiona smash into Nova Scotia. You had mega typhoon Noru going through the Philippines. And so that is a trend. And we are watching for our next major cyclone thingy headed towards Florida. Remember, panicking don't help nobody. Try to have a good plan, and remember, power outages will probably be a big issue. And that is the reason I usually run away from a storm if it's headed my way. And the official sunspot number, well over 150 for only the second time during solar cycle 25. You have to go back 7 years to find higher totals, as this solar cycle has been outperforming everybody's expectations. Well, except for mine. It's Scott McIntosh's. And remember, right now, everybody's counting on major wind shear to blast this thing. If that doesn't happen, that means Florida's going to get hit by a major hurricane. And if those predictions are way under, there is a chance of a Cat 5. I'm not saying that to scare anybody. I'm just saying with models predicting it being around a Cat 3, Cat 4 here, there's always a chance Mother Nature can overperform. Zip zap pow. There's a lot of talk in the news lately about other countries asking Putin or warning Putin not to use nuclear weapons. And yeah, that would be very bad. So please avoid World War III. And in America, with the election coming up and everybody being all ratchety about their emotions, also please avoid Civil War Part 2. But within a couple days of the hurricane, you've got a pretty big projected spread all the way from just under Tampa to Tallahassee or wherever this place is. So there's a lot that could change in the next 72 hours. Blinded by the Northern Lights, Dartaner showing us some pretty amazing Northern Lights. Hey, yesterday I was in a bad mood, and then you guys are all so cool in the comments, and I just want to say thank you again to everybody out there. You guys are pretty dang amazing, and always pretty nice to me, and I appreciate that very much. And Lucy, Space Mama Maya, saying, hey, we got a cornhole property headed our way over the next few days. That'll be more solar wind. Scott Duncan on the science information with heat and moisture getting sent into Greenland right now. Ex-Hurricane Fiona is acting like a powerful heat pump. Temperatures are at record warm levels for this time of the year while cool air tucks south into Europe. And I know we're all ready for fall temperatures. Heard there's a cold front coming to Texas, and boy, that has me excited. Yeah, dude, so we got like this 25 days left in the Saturn-Uranus square thingy, and then it becomes eclipse season at the end of October. And then Mars goes retrograde at the end of October. Remember, it's best not to be on offense when Mars goes retrograde. I can't say that enough. So just try to be mentally, physically, and spiritually prepared for weird shit. Oh yeah, also emotionally. It's going to be a weird week, man. I hope you got some rest this weekend. I did. SpaceX gets all the press and all the credit and all the people being like, ooh, wow, Elon's such a genius. But ULA, man, has been doing a pretty amazing job for the last few years. And they get no press, pretty much. Because they handle all the DOD top secret Space Force shit. Anyway, Mauna Loa volcano seismic activity swarm continues. I'm talking to you, Hawaii. And how are all the Yankees doing today? I was born a Yankee. I was born in Illinois. Anyway, we're looking at the Northeast right now. Sunday afternoon and evening, you've got severe weather outlook, possible big hail, gusty winds, and a brief but weak tornado cannot be ruled out. Can you imagine like being out, going to get gas, and all of a sudden a tornado's coming at you and be like, hey, don't worry about it. The news said if I saw a tornado, that shit will be weak. Get your weak sauce away from me, tornado. And if you look at this, it's almost like this has happened 1,000 times over 1 million billion years. And that's how it got carved out, as it in the Cuba or in the Florida or wherever. Remember, supposedly during the pandemic, a lot of people moved to Texas and Florida. So where you may have old hands, old hats at handling hurricanes, some new people probably ain't that good at it. So please, veterans and people who are good at handling this shit, help the newbies if you can. Oh yeah, NASA's planetary defense official mission. This is not related, but Saturn reaches its closest point at opposition in 70 years on Monday night, and Dave Dickinson saying, meanwhile, Venus reaches its northmost latitude from the ecliptic plane tomorrow. So, and you can see that shit in Alaska. Ooh. With Saturn still in Aquarius till spring in 2023, you expect more fluctuations in the markets, the economy, and crypto. Here, the container collapse continues with China to the U.S. West Coast about to break the 3,000 mark. Used to cost $20,000 a year ago to ship a container, but the pandemic profiteering is no longer as successful as it used to be. So yeah, I didn't ever fully trust the shift west because it does a windshield wiper effect, and I don't really fully trust the whole, oh yeah, wind shear is going to smack that Category 4 hurricane down to Category 1. Now let's hope that's true, but I'm just saying, I don't know, man. I don't know. But this is today, and this is yesterday, so you can see it's shifted back to the east. Man, Twitter's so weird. Anyway, a dude from CNBC tweeted something I said the other day. This was September 2nd. And I ran into a Cara Delevingne clone last week, which is weird. I don't know. It's always weird. And it's like this point, I don't know why the celebrities aren't like, we don't have to talk, but Thor, I would like to give you a hug. That shit never happens. Well, I mean, it happened once. What was it talking about? Yes. I gotta be careful. I learned yesterday that sometimes, y'all watch to the end of the video. Michelle Bannister letting us know she feels it's underappreciated that the DART mission will be sending us all a live movie feed of its inbound flight and impact as we punch an asteroid for planetary defense practice. Can we change the course of an asteroid? Forget the movies. NASA will do it for real tomorrow night. The DART mission will use the momentum to alter the trajectory of a totally harmless asteroid. Fascinating. Why do this? Practice, practice, practice. If we do ever detect an asteroid heading our way, we will need to know we've got some tools to deal with it. All right. It's going to be an exciting, fantastic, dangerous, interesting week. As we head into the fourth quarter of 2022, almost anything is possible. Ooh, vigilante shit. Sounds like a good song. Wonder if any of these 13 songs are about me. All right. Only time will tell. And you know what? Sometimes I do that embarrassing thing where I listen to the new Taylor Swift album live with y'all, and then I cry during it. It's always weird and embarrassing, but I usually do it anyway. So we'll probably keep up that tradition. And then that video gets totally blocked and banned everywhere. What was I talking about? Anyway, most of the models coming in have been strengthening. Just wanted to say. Smack that, get on that flow. Spooky season doesn't usually scare me because I'm a natural born paladin and we have extra special powers against the undead and the spooky and shit, you know? All right, just thought I'd let you know. Yeah, 14 hours ago, Sean Milrad was saying he doesn't buy the panhandle solutions, and I was like, yeah, I'm not sure I trust that the windshield will knock it down from Cat 4 to Cat 1 on landfall. We'll see, though. It's quite a visual. Anyway, my prayers are with you, people of Florida and people of Georgia and people of South Carolina and people of North Carolina and everybody in the world, because, man, the last few years have definitely been challenging on every single level. Also, a lot of people have been like, Tomerberg has been doing such a good job. And I'm not disagreeing. Technically, I am showing Tomerberg's thing here where he shows the weird. Yeah. So it's still kind of, but I don't know. I'm thinking in here. Could be that Crystal River hurricane I predicted years ago. It's a great inside joke. I love the fact that a lot of y'all have been with me for a long time. You've been with me through my ups. You've been with me through my downs. You've been with me when I'm hilarious. You've been with me when I'm not funny at all. I really, 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 really appreciate you. Yeah, she looks hot. You'd love to wrap your arms around her, but that's Eris, dude. Frostbite is letting us know that's Eris. Watch out. I hear Eris is beautiful. Not as beautiful as Aphrodite, and that caused problems back in the day or whatever. This Stromboli volcano be dripping lava. All right. But yeah, get ready for Jupiter opposition. As I mentioned earlier, the U.S. warned Putin of catastrophic consequences if nuclear weapons are used in Ukraine. Or I would guess technically anywhere. And somehow, if you decide to go outside and Lieutenant Dan it in the storm and try to pour yourself some wine, stick the nozzle of wine in your glass, right? You'll get wine into the glass if you stick the bottle into the glass. All right? There's no need to waste good alcohol. Yeah, I think ULA's had like 153 successful rocket launches in a row, although they don't get a lot of credit because they do a lot of top secret shit. Anyway. All right, I should wrap this one up. Hey, people are going to test you and provoke you. You know, it's going to be a wild end of the year, and with the holidays coming up, everybody's going to be emotional. Try not to let the bastards get you down, and try not to let people get your goat. And hey, Superman, how come you're not flying out of your car to come help? And remember, like I said, you have major typhoon, hurricane, cyclone thingies hitting almost back to back, and now this will be triple back. They come in threes. Here you can see from Fiona, Newfoundland, it was washing homes away, man. And then you have riots and protests in Russia. Here, this is in Iran, and you can tell by the way she's putting her hair up, she definitely means business. As women are now protesting and rioting for rights to be women. Yeah, dude. And someone was saying that, like, oh, America's not really being fair about how they report on Iran, China, and Russia. I was like, well, that may be true, but America definitely seems to have more diversity and freedom than Iran, China, and Russia. From my perspective, what do I know? I'm biased, but I do ask for everybody to pray for peace and pray for the welfare of all people and pray for your people in Florida and surrounding areas. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. God bless everyone. Stay cool and have a great day.